Mephiles. Tell me, who is the Iblis Trigger? Why does he want to destroy the world?
Why does that matter to you? Unless you complete your task, your future will remain the same. Forever. He's currently at the terminal station. It's now or never if you want this.
God, the way he twirls off screen is so good. It's so funny. That, to me, feels like an animator who was making the cutscenes was just like, I'm going to throw this in here as a joke. And I'll take it out when someone notices it. But no one ever noticed it. Anyway, welcome back to Sonic 06, Part 5 of Silver Story. I swear I'm gonna stop calling him Shadow now. I'm just checking the store. It's always a good idea to check the store every now and then. Although I think we actually have to, because there's a new item here, the Heart of Wind, which we actually need to progress the story, because there's a mission that we need to do that involves it, but technically it involves it. So if you double tap the jump button, instead of doing a homing attack, you will go forward a little bit. This is, in my opinion, a completely useless power. There is absolutely no reason to use this ever, so you will most likely not be seeing me use it. So here, this is supposed to be a stealth mission. You're supposed to use the Heart of Wind to kind of zoop past these guys, but I'm not doing that because it's hilariously easy.
Great.
You do not, in any stretch of the imagination, need to use the power there, or even really think about what you're doing. You could just run right through.
Perfect!
Again, what you're not seeing are the incredible loading times here.
I'm not going to let the Iblis Trigger get away!
If you fail at adjusting the scales, use the
So this area kind of technically has, like, weight puzzles to it. You don't really have to worry about it. They're incredibly easy. You really don't have to use much thought. Oh, just barely.
I'll be able to move forward.
I love doing that. I love picking up their bullets and throwing them back. It just feels very cool. The coolest use for Silver's powers. I like to stick to the middle here, because if you go on the conveyor belt, it's just really annoying. That also, when the springs let you go down, it doesn't allow you to use the hover for like a good little bit, and it's very annoying. Like, it always makes me feel like I'm about to fall down, but it usually lets you do it like right at the last second. So you'll be fine.
Great.
I hate picking up items as Silver. His noises are so annoying. This is another area where I think I could probably ride that that box to a location that I'm supposed to be going to. I probably don't need to be killing these guys. Yeah, I didn't even need that. That was an extra life. I thought I was like unlocking a spring or something. And you just clear everything with the beat there. So luckily this version of his level, or of this level, doesn't have anything to do with the train. You know, in Sonic's level, you have to stop the train from getting damaged. Shadow's level, we'll see, but it does involve the train. Silver's really has absolutely nothing to do with the train. You don't have to worry about it, like, catching up to you. You don't have to stay in pace with the train. So, I don't know, I actually kind of like this version of the level. I don't think it's that bad. Again, the Mach Speed section in Radical Train is a very annoying part of Sonic's game. And there's something similar to that in Shadows. But I think this one is pretty good. It's mainly just platforming. There's some combat. But you don't really have to deal with anything like too annoying. Now I said you don't have to deal with anything too annoying, but I'm dealing with this. Now I think this is the only downside to mashing the button instead of holding it, like which is what they want you to do. Because I feel like you lose altitude much quicker if you tap it. So I think that's what happened there. If I just held it and gotten the gauge refill, I probably would have been fine. TBH. So I'm not going that way this time. I'm taking these springs up here. I'm defeating these enemies and just taking the top path. Once again, when you take the top path as Silver, I almost call him Shadow again. That's probably the best thing you can do. That attack works like half the time, because you'll notice a lot of the times I will do it. I'll do that attack, but I'll get hit on the way down, and it'll like, you know, it won't count that the attack came out, so that's really annoying. I don't like that at all.
Great! I can't grab lasers with my second pieces. It looks like I can only avoid them. Great!
A lot of one-ups. I feel like, specifically in Silver and Shadow's story, there are way more one-ups than there were in Sonic's. And I think it's because they knew that the gameplay for, at least specifically Silver, is, you know, just weird. So they figured players need more lives than usual. Although I would argue that Sonic needs more lives because of the Mach Speed sections. Those can kill a run quickly. You know, just give you game over after game over after game over. So this is another area where it would be nice if Silver could grind, but I cannot. I even tried it. I was like, maybe they didn't program it correctly, and you could still grind on these. They didn't expect you to get up here, but they accounted for that somehow. Clickety-clack down the tracks. It's lots and lots of trains, as they say. I thought I was going to fly off into the void there. That wouldn't have been good at all. So I think this is another thing that I don't need what's in that box. Ow. Jerk off. I think I said this before, but once one of those enemies is sparkling like that, you can just... or sparking like that, you can just pick them up, and if you throw them, that kills them instantly. But you do have to weaken them. At least some enemies you have to weaken to get to that point. The bigger enemies you usually gotta weaken. There are actually a lot of areas in this game where I kept trying to kill the enemies. Just because, honestly, I think it's kind of fun sometimes to use the combat, but you really don't need to do that. You know, I could have just ran right through there. Now this was fun. I just wanted to see what would happen here. And I accidentally saw the skybox there. That's not... Oops. Now that level took a while and I died once. What'd I get? B? That's alright. If it was like an S, then you'd see just how truly broken Silver's ranking system is.
I knew it! I knew you'd return. You had to.
Hi, Elise. She's like a complete non-entity in this story. She factors into Silver's story like 0%.
The Iblis Trigger must die!
Sonic.
Although, this does mean we finally get to see the greatest cutscene in the game after this next scene. I'm sure anyone who's seen this game knows exactly what I'm talking about.
So how is
I'm
your
so
little
excited.
Elise! Why are you getting in my way?
I'm Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog. So, once again, just like, wow, that's such a weird angle. I always forget. Every single time I see that, I forget. That's such a weird angle. Just like with the Sonic fight, we are now fighting Shadow. Although I do... Oh my god. I do think that it's cool that this fight gets set up in Sonic's story, but you don't actually get to see it until Silver's. I think that's kind of cool. But there are these barrels here. This is really what you want to be using on Shadow. I think this fight's a little bit more dangerous than the Sonic one, even though it's more open. I think Shadow's a little bit more dangerous of a foe, because he also has a long-range attack, which is what I got hit by instantly when this fight started. And, hey, if this fight goes on longer because Shadow's difficult, that means we get to hear this music for more. One of the best tracks in the game. I love this track. So good. I think this is just like supposed to be a general battle theme in this game, but it gets mostly kind of associated with Silver. Like in Sonic Generations, when you fight him, this is the song that they use. And I think this is a good theme for Silver, even if it wasn't really meant to be. Because I think they use the same theme in like Sonic Adventure 2 when you do like a character battle. And, you know, this is just one of those things, people don't like to admit it, but I do think that this game constitutes Sonic Adventure 3. You know, there's action stages, there's an open world hub area, there's, you know, multiple stories, and there's character battles. It hits almost all the boxes of a Sonic Adventure 3. If it was a little bit more polished, I think people would be like, yeah, this is Sonic Adventure 3. But that is not the case. Here's the greatest cutscene of all time, so enjoy.
Chaos Control!
It's just so good. It's really just the best.
You!
Don't bother. With the Chaos Emerald's power, I control time and space. You can't break free.
I won't give up! It all depends on me! Can't lose! Not when I'm so close! Ah!
Chaos
Control! Huh?
You induced Chaos Control.
I won't let anyone get in my way. I'll change the past and save the world!
Mephiles isn't trying to help you create a better future. He's trying to eliminate the past.
What? What are you talking about?
To discover what happened, it seems we must see what took place 10 years ago. Follow me if you want the truth.
An electromagnetic pulse has just been generated, injecting a decompression agent. No, the level's not dropping. A spatial meltdown is inevitable. My lord, it's too late. We've got to take shelter.
Why so loud? Why do you refuse to listen to my voice? Elise!
Is that... flame? It's Iblis!
And the Black Shadow is the original Mephiles.
That's Mephiles? They're escaping!
We'll have to split up. I'll pursue Mephiles.
Okay, then leave Iblis to me.
Wait. Seal it with this.